Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. Welcome to December. Hello, good morning. Oh boy, so, yes, of course, up top. Baba. Where is it? Where is he? I know there's an ear. There's an ear that just popped up briefly. There it is. There's those ears. There's those ears. He's up there. Mr. Cat, Ollie, is resting comfortably up behind the bookcase there. The media case. That's very specifically a media case, not a bookcase. What's the difference? See, this does not have as deep of shelves. Media case shelves are specifically as deep as DVDs. Like DVD cases. They specifically just fit for DVDs and, you know, small books like light novels and video game cases. So, you know, I've had this triple wide for a while now. I got this thing in Kansas. This thing survived a trip from Kansas all the way back to Virginia. I was happy to see that it survived. But yeah, I've been changing things up behind me little bit, few repositionings of the various items behind me. Don't really have anything new that I've 3D printed lately. I finished up all the red stuff in the new quote-unquote red. Yeah, still not exactly satisfied with the Creality red, because it's actually just orange. Red-orange. Not as orange as the Elegoo, and I think I've said this before. It's not as orange. I would be convinced if I was told that it was red. I would at least believe it being red. I would not believe the Elegoo as being red if told that it was red. No, that stuff's orange. That stuff's orange, just straight up. Yeah, this appears to have been a problem across multiple brands, and is a problem across multiple brands of 3D printer filament. Especially with the PLA. I don't know if this applies to any of the others, but yeah, it's a problem. And it seems like it's a problem mostly of it being more orange, but also of it being more pink. Some have said that it's a bit more pink, some have said that it's a bit more on the orange side, and this just applies everywhere. Most everywhere. It's actually really, really hard to find true red. It's weird. For the 3D printing filament, it's really hard to actually get a real red without having to pay a ton of money. But you know what? I've got one that I've ordered that should be closer to a truer red, that I'm not going to bother reprinting everything for when it arrives. I'll print a couple of things just to see the difference in it, and then I'll use that when I need more red, just to have something that's a little bit shifted proper red. But yeah, so it ended up being called Fire Engine Red through eSun, manufacturer eSun. And yeah, apparently their Fire Engine Red ends up being closer to true red. It was also described as like more blood red, but we shall see. As long as it's not orange, I think I don't really care anymore. I don't think I necessarily care anymore whether or not it's actually lighter or darker than true red. I just want it to be, you know, not orange. That is like number one priority, is just not any orange would be great, or just a tiny, such a slight amount would be great. That being said, I've also been considering bringing back the dark red, the iron red from Hatchbox. Considering a dark red to add to the list of the color options, but it's not on like particularly high on my priority list. Frankly, in grand total, I have sold more red. I have sold more black than anything else. I have sold red as the primary second color because I've had it for the longest. I have sold a grand total of one item in blue ever total of all the stuff I have. I have everything that has option for blue. I've sold one total item in blue, I believe. How many items have I sold in the white that I got with the printer? 0. Thus far, 0 of white items have sold. So, of my 4 color options, of the 2 options that I've added recently, I've had one sale of one of them and none of the other. So I'm not as inclined to keep adding color options. Not so inclined for that at the moment. I think at this point, unless someone specifically asks me for a specific color, I don't think I'm going to offer additional colors. Though, honestly, if I was to add another color, the next one to add would be green. Then yellow. And I'm not sure from there. But anyway, yeah, so that's that story. Let's look at game. Let's at least look at game. Game. I did not much between streams. I did not much. Not much at all. I did a couple of things. I did not finish off the build that we were working on last time. That's because we ended off last stream with working on Boron. And we didn't quite finish, I think. Did we finish Boron? I think I Took a few extra minutes at the end of the stream so we could finish boron. What I did between streams, I went up and I did the phenol. I took care of phenol by getting rid of the big, massive this shenanigan build and replaced it with this shenanigan build. This is making the same amount as the former build did in its entirety, and it uses very little. It uses very little stuff. It uses 13.1 lignin to make 75 phenol. And it will only improve once we get access to the higher tiered modules. Okay. I also have an idea of what I would like to do with antimony, but I want to hold off on upgrading antimony, particularly because right now, oddly, I don't have any issues with antimony oxides. Somehow, I have enough. And so I'm not going to focus on redoing this at the moment. This, as set up here, is a process that is using the 58.3% antimony and not the pulp 2, because it actually saves wood. But in the end, what I would like to do is actually not this, but direct casting, I think, from dust? Or grade 4? I think it's grade 4. That'd be more ideal, but that would require me to spend existent amounts of ore. This is the process I have to do at minimum to spend non-existent amounts of ore. There's no ore input here. If you hadn't noticed, there's no ore here because of productivity shenanigans for antimony. I will eventually get this done, but I would like to do it with the better modules. The oxides from the grade 4, while it is an extremely tiny trace amount of ore, it ends up needing like over 130 wood stacks because of the energy increase from the beacons. Which is not good, and why I would have to wait on the modules at that point. Anyway, today we are working towards PyScience 3, and we are starting off with neodymium magnets. That is today's goal, quote unquote, at minimum, is to get the neodymium magnets. As for everything that we have left, it's magnets, Renea for Arcod Propolis, the stuff involved in making bio ore, and then we have PyScience 3. That is how close that we are currently to getting PyScience 3. Magnets, Arcod Propolis, and bio ore. Those three things. So, magnets. How many magnets do I actually need in this Pi 3 build? 0.058. Wonderful. I think I can manage. I think I can manage that amount. That is the build. That is the build right there. How is the factory growing? It is growing. In fact, at the moment, it's we're sort of in the process of shrinking. We're still adding more factories, but I am in the process of taking larger builds and shrinking them down because of performance issues as well. But that's mostly a thing that I'll do between streams. At the moment, though, magnets. We are almost to Pi 3. We are almost to Pi 3. Yeah, shrinking while also improving output. So, you know, things like this build, which is going to be 3 buildings. 4 buildings, really, because of the oxygen. How much stuff requires the resource hunting and mining? Hard requirement for diamonds currently, but that's much later in the game. You have to find a kimberlite, like volcanic pipe. I believe everything else you do have the ability to get without having to hunt it down or mine it. Just the usual Pi alien life exceptions count, where you have to find fish, seaweed, sap, and moss. Fish, seaweed, sap, and moss are found in the environment. And those are your first, those will go towards or are your first modules for those things. So you must have trees enabled. You'll want to make sure that there's, you know, stones available to mine for moss. You know, trees also give the initial wood that you need. And you need water, but you're going to have water for the fish and for the seaweed. Yeah, otherwise you have to use console commands just to get your first modules of things. And for reference, while you can technically get everything else from nothing, it will be an extreme headache to get certain items like copper very early in the game. So you're probably going to want to mine some items early, particularly copper. Also, nickel. When you need nickel, you'll probably want to mine the nickel. The biggest issue in general is the cost of soot. The cost of soot at the very beginning of the game and the amounts of ores that you get from the soot are not even remotely close to properly balanced. They are not good. The scale is extremely excessive. To the point where mining is going to be better 100% of the time for anything with soot. Yes, I set the game speed to 20 to get through the early game. And technically, I think the game is still set to at least times 10, but, you know, we're not getting that right now. Alright, I need hot air and acetylene. Also, yeah, my allergies are kicking in today a little bit. I'm feeling it. My nose is feeling it. Ah, boy. So, what solids do we need? Iron. Rare earth. Whoops, not the correct spot for you. Dust. Dust allergies. AKA allergies that I get every single day, basically, without fail. Like, I can count the days that I don't have allergies in a year. Like, they're just like they're a countable number of days in the year where I don't have the effects of the morning allergies. Just in the morning, few hours after getting up. Only in the morning. By the time afternoon comes around, they're gone. They're gone for the rest of the day. But yeah, every morning, pretty much, most every morning, like clockwork, certain amount of time after I get up, every day, just allergies, just the congestion mainly, sometimes with the runny nose, like now, a little bit, but mostly just congestion. Do I take allergy medications? No. No. Why would I spend so much money on allergy meds when it's not going to solve the issue, just alleviate the symptoms? Like that makes no financial sense, period. I think that's all I need. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. It would be nice to be in a position where I could pay like $50 a month for allergy medication, but no, I can't. And yeah, that is about how much it costs. Because I don't just need allergy medication. I would need nasal decongestant allergy medication, and that stuff's like a lot of money. No, honestly, tissues are cheaper. Tissues are just cheaper and are good enough most of the time. Anyway, let us start building right up there. Am I struggling with hot air? Not particularly at the moment. I do need to like go and add more on occasion, but as of right now, I have yeah, a build that is actually full of hot air at the moment. And it's only doing the warmer stone bricks, not the hots. Yeah, I have access to hot stone bricks, but I have no incentive to do that at all at the moment when I have enough hot air through the coke oven gas stuff from on-site wood. Yeah, on-site wood distillation, realistically speaking, in the current state of the base, I can get rid of the wood production from this, just import wood stacks, and process the wood into coal and, you know, red hot coke for the coke oven gas, and just void the red hot coke to get the coke oven gas that I need for this, but this is going to be the solution until I get Simic-based hot air, and once I get Simic-based hot air, that will be my hot air for the rest of the playthrough. Because Simic boiler-based hot air is very efficient. Iron. Earth. It's rare. Dash. Earth. Boron. Which I do have. We got that last time. We need fuel rods. Sand castings. Borax. Nickel. Okay. Now just bring all that stuff in over here. Once I get my beacons set up. So I'm actually going to go and copy from over here. Because this is the 5 line. I'm going to copy the 5 line. I'm going to copy the 4 line. Or I guess it's really just a set of 4s. It's actually this full set here. That's all the 5s and the 4s. The 3s, the 2s, and the 1s will be placed differently. Because I do need this guy put down with its own 5 line. So the 4-1 and the 4-2 impact that. I will need the other 3. Then the 3s will be positioned to overlap just these. Just these two. The 4, or the 2s and the 1s. Let's see, how did I do the 2s? The 2s are here. Yep, that covers that. And then the 1s are all of the 1s. The 1s were like this, weirdly. They'll sit here. As suppose. Bring that in. That should be 460 and 470 on those 2 steps. And it makes it, should make it a bit easier when dealing with the next building. Actually, if I reposition this here on all these 3s, I should be able to plonk the building here and still be in range of all the 3s. So now this building is covered by the 3s, the 2s, the 1s, couple of, like 3 of the 4s. I think it just needs a 4-1, as well as the 5s. All of the 5s. And power to the everything. There we go. 470. It's just gonna be a little tight to get everything in and get the output for it, but yeah, sure. And I cannot have it go down 1 unless I do this. Then it can go down 1. And that can make it so that I can jump that input direct. That gives me 2 side spots for inputs. Which I think is all I would need. Yeah. So I'm gonna have the sand castings and borax shared. Because they get used together in these buildings. Then, gosh, I have to pull the fuel rods over and then split it and then combine with something else on each of them. To destack the iron first. Alright, that should be that. Yeah, that should be that. Cool. I'll actually end up with 2.15, I think. I will most definitely be ending up with 2.15. I will most definitely be ending up with 2.15 and not 1. And that is okay. We have created our first neodymium magnet. Oh joy. Thank you, milestones. Renea time. Once I define the neodymium magnets in here. So let's keep in mind that even if I get the PyScience 3 today, that's not ultimately what I need to actually have the upgraded modules yet. I still need to process technologies to unlock circuit 3s. I have to get all the stuff required to make circuit 3s. I need to make the circuit 3s. And I need to get all the text to unlock all the modules. Recipes. So I need to get all the module text, I need to get the text to unlock circuit 3s, and actually physically make the stuff and get circuit 3s. And then I will have access to God Module 5s, and that will be amazing. And that'll be it, actually. At that point in time, that will be the only thing that I have access to is God Module 5s. Which will be a significant upgrade over the current Module 2s. Yeah, those are going to each have 50% productivity with a minus 100% energy consumption and a bunch of speed on each one. On buildings that can hold 2 modules each, and beacons that can, yeah, they can transmit a lot of that, and I can actually use them in the beacons as well. So, yeah, sweet shenanigans will ensue, specifically for the production of more modules at the start. I don't get better beacons until the following science level, production science. So we need to think about, yeah, how that will be the next step of the shenanigans from there. Because at that step, oh boy, at purple science, we would also get access to Bob's beacons, level 3. We'll get access to the Pi full beacons, which are extremely effective, but we also get the Bob's beacons, which are definitely a thing. They are also very strong. However, in order to get those, you need to make the Pi beacon, which, ooh, the beacon for Pi, I think is pretty stupidly expensive. Yeah, it needs Circuit 4's Intel units. Whoops, I hit the mic arm grabbing my water because I'm out of coffee now. Yeah, you need that stuff for regular beacons rather than just the diet beacons. That's what you need for full-size beacons. And yeah, the Bob's beacons upgrade the regular beacons by adding more costs. But honestly speaking, those extra costs are minuscule compared to the cost of making regular beacons. Well, I've had, this was my, like, 3rd cup. This was, like, my 3rd cup of coffee. On my coffee pot, I fill it to the 8-cup line on a 12-cup coffee pot. I have the 8, which, not a real cup, by the way. I don't know why, but, you know, coffee makers, they don't go off of, well, they go off of ounces, but they don't define a cup as 8 ounces. Which, you know, more Europeans watch this than anything else. This is the stupidity of US measurements. An ounce is a standard measurement. A cup is supposed to be a standard measurement as 8 ounces. And yet, coffee maker manufacturers are allowed to redefine a standard unit of measurement from 8 ounces to 5 or even 4. So, a 12-cup coffee pot, generally speaking, is actually 12 5-ounce cups of coffee. So it's actually a 60-ounce cup. A pot. So, yeah, 12-cup coffee pots are actually more like 60 ounces rather than 96, which is what it's, you know, logically supposed to be. Yeah, so you have to pay very close attention. They are required to define a cup on the box that you bought, that the coffee pot comes in. So you will see written in really small text somewhere on the box how they define a cup. And most of the time it's going to be 5. Sometimes it's even 4. Yeah. That's actually a thing. That is actually a thing, and it is one of the stupidest things ever. I don't know why they're allowed to redefine a standard unit of measurement, and yet they are. As long as they disclose it on the box, they can do that. And no one's going to ever really pay attention to that. So, yeah, it's 8 times... It's like 40 ounces of coffee that I drink every day. Approximately. And I don't use the full amount of grounds that they usually call for that much. I do. It's like about 6 tablespoons of grounds in the pot, in the drip. When for 40 ounces, there should be at least another 2, I think, for that much. Something along those lines. Yeah, sometimes the coffee pots they'll define it as 6 as well. I think I've seen sometimes they define the cup as 6 ounces rather than 8, but usually I consider it 5. Like usually it's 5. I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure about that at this point in time. I suppose I could take an actual measuring cup and measure what the current decanter pot actually is. I sure as heck know that even in modern days, for whatever reason, 8 ounces is not 8 ounces, or 8 ounces is not really a cup, when you can just redefine how much a cup is. Alright, we have restocked. It is time to plan out Renea. How much Renea? 0.117. Okay, I think 1 is good. We have 1 recipe. Oh, that's a few buildings, actually. We are going to make this out of iron sticks. And we are not going to cast it. I'm not making advanced castings. That's not going to happen. I don't believe I'll need the beacons for that. Definitely don't need it for that. Going to import fertilizer. Water is local. We'll need the seeds. I will beacon the seeds, because that reduces the extra amount that I need to make to maintain the system. And then the manure bacteria. For whatever reason in this playthrough, I decided that I would do agar and petri dishes local every single time, so we're doing it that way, I guess. I totally have Mark II of this building, and I do not need to beacon this. So that's the build. Ta-da! Do I have the stuffs? No, I don't have the plantations, so let me get the plantations. I'll also need... It will take some time for the Renea to cycle. And I hope that I have actually made Renea buildings ahead of time. I don't think I actually have. Hold up. Did I even? No! Of course not. Why would I have made the building that I need to make on the day that I'm going to be building the build for the Renea? Why would I have done that? That's illegal. Oh, apparently we have Mark II buildings access for Renea. So that's cool. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's plan that then. Yeah. Wow, that's actually super cheap. Don't mind me while I try to speed this up by putting in some 5.5s and 5.4. 3.5.3. Actually, this will be 5-2 and 5-2. And this will be 5-3. 5-1, 5-1. Four, 5, 4, 4. What? No, that's supposed to be 5. What? 5, 4. 4, 3. 4, 2. 4, 1. I could do a 3-line as well, but it's not as important. I'm going to do the 3-line. At least the 3-5. I want to get it to 300%. That sounds right. So these are now at 320. It's not the max that it could be. I could max it, but I don't see too much of a point to that at this moment in time. Oh, that needs some soil. Let's get more dudes bringing me soil here. And the steel. And the tin. Everything. More of the everything. Meow? I hear my dolly. I hear Dolly mewing. Meow. Gonna come up? Baby? Baby Dolly, are you gonna come up? There's Mr. Cat. There's his head up there. Where's Mrs. Cat? Where's Mrs. Cat? Up-a-da? Up-a-dabba? Abba? Abba? Ba? It's mine. It's mine. Come on. You can do it. You can come up. You gotta come up. You gotta come up. Come on, Dolly. You can do it. Abba, you got it. Come on. Jump. Jump. She's like, no, I don't want to go up. I don't want to jump up on the desk. She don't wanna. You can get it if you come up. Oh, there goes Mr. Cat. Oh, I got Mr. Cat. Okay, why is it that when I go fishing for cat, it's always the opposite one that I go fishing for? Ah, hey, Mr. Cat. Hey, Ollie. You're not quite the one I was expecting, but at least you came up to say hi. So, what is the thing I was using as fishing bait? That now has cat claw damage on it. This is a VR cover that at one point I did pay money for. That it's a thinner face shield for an original Oculus. For an original Oculus Rift. I have a initial release version of the Oculus Rift. And I got this because hey, claw. I got actually a couple of these in the set because I have glasses. Yeah. Because I have glasses. So I wanted a thinner interface on the rim of the rift. On the rim of the rift. Go get it. Go get it. I've tossed it. If you want to go get it, go get it. Oh. Of course, when I want to get this one going after it, Dolly got it. The other cat got it, and now she's playing with it. Of a frickin' course. That is the way. So I have enough now of the Mark II buildings. I think we took enough of a break, enough of a cat break, and we now have the buildings that we need. I'm gonna limit that chest and that one a bit. I haven't used my Oculus Rift in a few years. Oddly enough, I have a Rift and I have a PlayStation VR. And I haven't used either of them in years. We'll do this here. And I have no intention on using them ever again, I think. VR Factorio win. Whenever they make it 3D, which is never. I mean, I sort of enjoyed the VR stuff, but what I wanted really is if I could like just get the PlayStation VR, like the original PlayStation VR, like head strapping mechanism on PC compatible VR headset, that would be nice. Because that thing's actually very comfortable. But I want, like, the graphical power of my PC for it. It's just a shame. Because, you know, the one and only VR experience that I'm really interested in is Skyrim VR. And ideally, heavily modded Skyrim VR. And in order to do that, you have to be on PC. And the Rift just is not something that I can wear for a particularly long time. It isn't designed all that well. It's like, it would be great if I could just strap the Oculus onto the freaking PlayStation VR head strapping mechanisms, but no, that's not possible because it's like integrated on the front piece for the PSVR. Part of the adjustment mechanisms. It's like the unit. I had found it really comfortable. It's something I could wear for an extended time. It's just unfortunate that there's not really experiences that I wanted with that setup. I had tried a little bit of the, what was it, Elite Dangerous in VR. That was interesting, but I'm just not great with sandbox games overall. I need a goal. I need like very clear, distinct goals set, and I just don't really get that from Elite Dangerous. Like I need to have something to point me in a good direction that will feel relevant, and it's just boring, honestly. Elite Dangerous is boring to me. I do not have a fun time playing that game in any circumstances, not just VR. It's just it's not fun. Full stop. And I say having played it for a pretty significant amount of time, doing various different things, and it's just, I don't enjoy it. So I need seaweed, I need the empty petri dishes, I need iron, I need fertilizer, and that's it. Ah, manure, right. And I need manure. Alright, empty petri dishes. Seaweed. Stacks. Really? I never remembered to do this. I have to go and paste that down on multiple more locations that request seaweed because the trains are constantly trying to deliver to full unloaders. So that's why I have to keep waiting for seaweed. It's just that there's a whole bunch of places requesting seaweed that I haven't changed to reduce the amount that they're requesting. Seaweed. Let's look for stuff in here that's pulling in seaweed. That one. Where's that ping? Yeah, so I have to, like, change that there so it stops bringing stuff. You see it's requesting and it's, like, full. And just doing that should have just fixed that one. I should do it for the mosses as well, but... Seaweed, seaweed, that's a seaweed. Oh. That's this one. All right. I need to pay attention. And I see we'd ping that one. Yep, that one's got to get changed. Any others? There should be at least one more. Gosh, I really don't want to go through that full list of all the R seaweeds. I really don't want to go through that full list. Because I'm pretty sure that I've been through that full list already. Fixed it. So let's get through these R's and then see... Like that one. That one likely is constantly requesting. So I knew there was at least one more. This one is constantly requesting and it doesn't need it. Now that should fix things a bit. Hey, we got the seaweed. Oops. Okay. Manure. Fertilizer and iron. The iron. Bring on the iron. Excuse me? Manure? Manure. I know you should exist. Oh, there's just one train for that, and that is the issue. You know, this whole time I've never needed any more manure than what I've made initially. I'm not able to change this at the moment, besides like upgrading the recipe, added more inputs, but I don't really have a reason to. You know, I got rid of the augs because we can do some shenanigans with the augs. Get infinite augs through productivity. It's glorious. Absolutely wonderful and magnificent. Being able to just get infinite of any caged creature. You know, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Of any caged creature. That includes Factorio. Which I actually need to be thinking about the Factorio. Because I just got the level 2, and I'm working on their upgrade tech. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's free propene, ammonia. Ooh, ammonia. And methane, and phosphine, and acetylene. Ooh. And raw gas for helium. But you eventually get helium, but that's that utility science. Oh boy. Hot air, no. There's better hot air than that. But the ethylene, oh gosh, that'll be nice. Chlorine will be nice. Now here you get rich gas or helium, but not this. This is what I want right here. This upgrade, this leadership upgrade for the Factorio. Imagine, if you will, free infinite gas bladders, and then you're able to get deuterium out of it. That's what we're staring down at this point. And dry gas stream, which is part of the helium chain. Interesting. But deuterium. Deuterium. In a recipe that you can productivity. On an item that you can productivity. On a creature that you can get infinite of through productivity. Without having to really spend on the creature. Like these other two options are pointless because we just have the creatures infinitely. Option 1 is what we want. Ha. Ha 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 ha. You know, option 1 is the only option on Ulrich. Honestly, the epoxy recipe is like the only recipe that exists here because, well, productivity. Being able to get infinite caged Ulrich for nothing. So really it just becomes collagen to epoxy with productivity. Yeah, so that makes epoxy like free completely. And then neither of these is of any value. All right, productivity would have value for making upgraded Ulrich, but we don't have a reason to outside of perfect samples. And I think it'll be okay to not have that for the perfect samples. Considering also that even when we get all of the ingredients for the perfect samples, they are productive too. So we're going to get a huge output for a small amount of input on those. I need to consider Zapier. In fact, I need to consider this Zapier upgrade right the hell now. Because this is actually immediately relevant. My intent this playthrough is I would like to do this, but I don't know if it'll be worth it. Just the idea of making a Zapier to get the processed hash. It is a pretty nice simplification, though. I don't even have Zapier, do I? Where's Zapier? I must have Zapier for skin. No, I don't. I don't have Zapier, period. So, fine. All right, well, I guess we'll be doing some phyto mining then. It starts with Steam. Now, will we actually get PyScience 3 today? I don't think so. Not unless we get the stream extended by an hour, and even then, there's a chance I might not quite make it. Just as it's just a chance that we can get through it. Depends on how much, how much I keep talking. I did this the wrong way around. Okay, it's those. And as a usual reminder, stream is extended by 1 hour whenever we hit the equivalent of $10 of support during the course of the stream through whatever means. That is, on the Twitch side, the equivalent of 2 subscriptions of tier 1. On YouTube side, it's like it's little more than that on the basic level of membership, but you know, super chats count, bits count, etc. All of it counts. Direct tips through Streamlab tipping, that all counts. It's just in total over the course of the stream. One time, because I can't really sit here forever. If that happens, any stream, each stream has that as incentive. If desired. All right, we need some for this too. Let's do this one. And this guy into this guy. Okay. There's only one other solid here, and that's the botanical nursery. This is going to get the full array. Yeah, that sounds about right. That'll do. I'm going to put in a couple Renea first. I just need to find them. There you are. Just to get started on the seeds. And that's that. Only minor issue being it's 60 modules each. At Mark II. I think the Mark III is 90, and then the Mark IV is 120. 90 and 120. Yep. It's a few modules. They, honestly speaking, all the modules should be consistent on their speed bonus, and everything should be scaled. All the module slots need to be scaled for that. A lot of the modules have already been put to standardize around a 100% speed bonus for each Mark I module. There are still several plants that don't have that really should. Plants and fungi should also apply there. Yeah, I get the point. Like meadow, I get the point. Meadow of flowers, lots of flowers, but the gameplay sort of demands that this gets reduced. Just for the gameplay reasons. Like I get it, but it's a bit much. It's a bit too much. And let's see, let's do this. Oops. Stick a couple power poles in. Cool. Now I can just paste down the line. Though I don't need to send anything beyond that for the moment. I don't think it's actually going to matter, though. Oh yeah, so one other thing I did in between streams, outside of that one factory that I redid for the phenol, I did go and finish placement on the Mark II turbine power build that I have down here. So this I finished placement of all of the remaining turbines and pressure pumps and heat exchangers. I think I already had all the geothermal plants, but yeah. So this build, it makes a bit of power. It's like 168 gigawatts or so for all of it, for the one singular square. It's just a bit. It's just a bit of juice. For the moment, do I want to store it in a box or just send it to the thingy? I think I'm going to box it first. And then send it the rest of the way. Stack size is 50 on these, so even though I'm only making one, I'm going to have the extra slots. And I'm going to treat the Renea as existing now. Even though we have to wait around a bit for the positive feedback loop on it. To get enough modules for the remaining buildings on the line. Just for my own satisfaction, I'll put down the radars. So yeah, even though I have this mod called Toggle Clear Skies of Peace that lets me see the entire map, with this much of the map revealed, even after like doing delete empty chunks pass, it's still noticeable. It's still noticeable. Like as I'm running, you may notice that there's a hitch. That there's a little hitch. It's not as bad as it used to be before I did the delete empty chunk pass, but there is a hitch there when, and that is distinct. That is caused by Clear Skies of Peace. Each time it runs the operation, there's a little hitch as I move, and I notice it, so I find it to be a bit annoying. Which is why I run it most of the time off. And sometimes I just don't feel like turning it back on again. So I'm placing the radars. I'm still using radars. I'm still spending power on radars around the base. Like my entire train network has radars built into the blueprints for it. Like I'm not trying to like cheat my way out of having to place radars down and spend the power on the radars. I'm still spending the power on the radars. And I'm still trying to make sure that I have the like stuff in vision for the most part. The main reason I even had installed the Clear Skies of Peace mod was to be able to remotely place landfill to grow the amount of available land for me remotely, just to be able to stand over at my landfill production, fill up my inventory with a whole bunch of landfill, and just place it without having to physically go out there to reveal the map. Okay, next up, now that we have access to Renea, as I have a kitty cat next to me, Mr. Cat sitting next to me. Yesterday, I actually changed things up on my right side. For a while there, I had my big bin of cables. My big bin of cables. The big trash heap bin next to me. And that was like a platform that I had some other stuff on. I treated it basically as a tabletop to have on my right side. The cats would be jumping up on it all the time. But I moved that out of the way because I had to get into the closet to pull out some Christmas stuff from the closet. And since I pulled some stuff out, there was actually enough space in there again to, you know, slide that bin back into the closet. So the bin is back in the closet now, and I actually have some floor next to me. I actually have floor next to me. And a little bit of room to maneuver. Because it's like I've been in this, like, U-shaped cavity with the thing behind me. With just one little hatch access way. It's like a cubicle in here. And I like it. It's private. It's nice. Archod Propolis. That's the next item on the agenda. Because yeah, on my left I have desk the second in an L-shaped pattern. I just have like 2 cheap IKEA desks here with their cheapest legs and decent sized tabletops. I forget the exact size of these tabletops, but they're the same. I did not get the stupid corner piece. I did not have enough room for the corner piece in here, but I do have 2 tables, and that's my desk. Desk, singular. I treat these 2 separate tables as my desk. But on the other desk, I have a giant TV, so it's like I can't even see the other side of the room because of the big TV next to me. My old 50-inch TV just sitting on the desk. It's like I can't see the other side. I don't get access to that. Just a little entryway next to me next to the thing here. This goes not quite to the wall, but between the case and the wall is a piano. I can't go that way either. Cats can. They got access, but Nami. Pi 3. For the Archod Propolis, we need points 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll see about planning out 1. Propolis. One. Let us see the damage on this guy with Archods. So the unfortunate part with this is we can't really beacon shenanigan the apiaries for the output. That's unfortunate. Did I set up Dilmo eggs? Do I even have Dilmo? I don't think I even have Dilmo. We need those. That's important. Actually. So next up, Dilmo. Like of all the things, I didn't actually pay attention to Dilmo. Like I set up the other eggs. I didn't set up Dilmo. I don't think. I don't even think I have Dilmo at all. Yeah. See about that. Let's go make those real quick. Let's go make a couple of those. Hey, stuff. Gib Dilmo. Yeah, those things. I completely forget that those things even exist. You know what? Kill those. Put them lower. Hello, Ollie. He just ran straight across the desk and straight to the window. Like, okay. There's a full 5 line for you. You need this and this. Great alien samples crustacean. Really? How do I not have? Hello? Did I just stop with the zipper samples? Oh yeah, I just didn't zipper anymore. All right, fine, whatever. I mean, it's literally trivial now with the simple circuit boards. Like I've got infinity of those, near enough. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think every tech person has a bin of cables, so that was my bit of cables next to me, and all the other random crap that accumulates over time. Oh, that's out of range. Interesting. Can I put that there then? Yes, good. 4 line. Boogers. That just leaves a 4-2. That's a little out of the way. There we go. 3 line. Hello, Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat is here. Hello, Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Ollie Cat. How's the Ollie Cat? Ollie Cat. Ollie Cat doing? Three line. Ta-da. 3 line. Great alien samples I can steal from next door. Though I find it odd that there's none here, despite a lot of time passing. Weird. Weirder still, is there none in my inventory? I need to clean out my inventory. This is ridiculous. Huh. Interesting. Why? Why you no go? You do not have access to one of those items. Good alien samples. Good alien samples. Of course it's the good alien samples. Good alien samples. Hello, good. Why you no go? Huh? Really? Are you kidding me? The entire time? The entire time? I completely forgot to do that thing. Wow. It just took that long to accrue enough arthropod blood to be an issue. Great job, me. Great job. Well, that's good. This will start making the things soon. In the meantime, I just had my alarm go off to indicate that it is time to take our break. I will need naphtha. I will need, well, the wax. Is free. Ah, well, that's new. I did not. Oh. Well, it depends on when that's available. I get it now. Okay. Well, I suppose I should take back my comments that I made about this then. Because alright, you don't need to make bitumen to get your first empty honeycombs. See, that wasn't to me immediately apparent because I wasn't researching this tech for the first time. Hello, Ollie. So before I take my break, I have to say that you would need to make sugar. I don't know if you even have access to sugar at this moment in time, because there's no way to get the honey. Do you even have access to sugar before this? If not, then I guess my point stands, because this... When does this unlock? Hello? Sugar. That is here. So it's a logistics tech. And Arcod 1 is not a logistics tech, so my point still stands. They did not actually fix that. So yes, I think that the intent was that you can use sugar to get wax to make the empty honeycombs, but what they failed to do was give you access to sugar before Pi 1, or at Pi 1 and not later. So yeah, that's a fail. So all all of my points still stand about it being really bad. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to take a break. I will be back in a few minutes. And I have returned. Welcome back, folks. Let us build. Hello, Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat, that's the screen I should be on. Hi, Mr. Cat. Hey, Ollie Cat. Yes, Ollie Cat. How you doing? How you doing, Ollie Cat? Da-ba-da. As everything is falling. Everything is falling. There's my boy. Yeah, that's my Ollie Cat. Here's the baby. Here's the baby. He wants his face pets. He wants his pets. Okay. I'm going to build the Archon factory and do that before having the Dilmo available. Just because I feel like doing that. Utilities. We will need more apiaries and we will need more Archon. Okay. Archon apiaries. Where are you in here? In this mess? Here. That I think is enough. Yep. Ollie. Up he goes. Up he goes. A hundo. Well, I need a hundo sap extractors. Where did those end up? There. That'll be enough. Now, phytoplankton. So, phytoplankton are super easy. That much is very clear. We can make them directly out of biomass. In the alternative, we could ash from flue gas. And pay nothing. So that is what we shall do on that one. What else do I have to think about here? I'm sorry, but it looks like those do not get affected by productivity. At all. Not even the input. I thought that would be affected. But no. Apparently, according to this, it's not. Which is odd. Now, the wax, same thing as the flue gas. I have the ability to get infinite wax anywhere. Like, I can import it by train, and I will import it by train because I do have some put onto trains. That's cycling infinitely. Naphtha, though, that is a different calculation entirely. Oh yeah, raw gas equals natural gas, so I would like to be able to get that from my Fagnots. Quite a lot. I would very much enjoy that. So we're gonna need to do distillate shenanigans out of crude oil, and yeah. Yeah, that means getting existent crude oil. Is that viable? Do I just bring in tar? I'm sorry, what now? Oh, you make flue gas and you make saline. Yeah, that's useful, actually. I'll do that instead. We made a Dilmo! Huzzah! We made Dilmo. It existeth. Dilmo existeth. I'll need 16 of them, though. I think, something like that. Yeah, I'll need 16. But that's all I'll need. I don't need to raise the eggs to pups or adults, I think. Alright, so we need a spot for this factory. This spot shall be here. I have decided it shall be here, across from the neodymium magnets, which are doing their thing, and we've got lots of little neodymium magnets. Okay. A shame about the barrels there, though. I thought for sure that that would be affected. I specifically set the building to allow productivity, but there must be something else going on. Huh. That is weird. That's not being... That factory planner isn't telling me that it's affected. I want to see if it actually is. That's something I would like to test. Now, once we get this set up, this is actually a fairly straightforward, easy setup. The next part and the last ingredient to get the Pi 3 tech, it's not as simple. So that will take time, quite a bit of time. And it's unlikely I will finish it today. But we'll see. I'll try as best I can to get as far as I can in it. But yeah, pipe. Because the main thing to worry about the next item, the final item, that being the bio ore, the main thing to worry about is this processed ash, the washed ash for the processed ash. That is gonna need some stuff. Yeah, this is going to need enriched biomass. Why do you want me to... Why do you want me to unrestrict something? There's no reason for me to do... Oh, it's the CO2. Okay. Aluminium, niobium, and zinc enriched biomasses. So we have an option on the zinc enriched to just use moss, which is fine, or kickalc, which is also fine. But we still need to set that up. We need kickalc, we need guar beans, and we need grod for that. And it needs to be done in their buildings. So yeah, it's a bit of complexity using stuff that we already have. Now, we could get rid of a lot of that complexity by making it be zippier, but then you need to actually have and make zippier, which we don't currently. I went and I got Zippo for my initial vanadium, rather than use Zippier for the initial vanadium. So yeah, I just don't have Zippier at all. So it makes that upgrade not as useful right now, because I just don't need the things. We need 3 fluids, 4 fluids, 5 fluids. Oh boy. I'm going to import all of the fluids, including the saline. Saline, gasoline, aromatics, tar, and wax. Only the water and the steam will be local. Which means then I would just need the Renea and the filtration media. What? I could have sworn. Alright then, I need one fewer than I suspected. Tar. Aromatics. What was the other thing? Gasoline. Gaso. Okay, that means I'm going to copy paste my infinite wax. There it is. I have a different thingy at tar. At tar, oddly enough. At tar production. Oh yeah, it looks like that. That's the thing. Fine. I'll just get rid of that and any excessive or any that are in excess. All right, so this setup just needs a cedar arcot and oh, I need hot air. Okay, that can be the thing instead of the wax. So this spends a little bit of hot air and makes infinity wax. Empty honeycombs. Which I hope I have some. There. Alright, that's the wax. I think I'm going to do the more efficient way. Generally. What are you not affected by? Any of the force? Realistically speaking, it would be better off if we were this side. there is a 4, 4, and a 4, 5. The next building is here. Okay. Tar in. Let me... I'll need more beacons, but let's see here. I'm not going to use this saline at all. And I'm not going to use this flue gas at all. But I'll want a cedar amount of something. Da 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 da. You go down and over. Water in both of these. Aromatics. Right. Tar. Aromatics. I need to avoid the stuffs there. So I don't have any solid fuel coming in, do I? Okay, then I will import some. Yes, I could make biomass locally out of some phytoplankton, but I don't want to. We will be doing the shenaniganery with the ash flue gas stuffs. Created the first Negacium. Oh my goodness, the Gacium finally moved. It finally got a delivery of great alien samples. Finally, great alien samples went to the Negacium factory. They kept going to them all. I kept sending it to them all, manually. Now we got our first Negacium. Hallelujah. That took a little while now, didn't it? There. Okay, then I need to void that, and that is crude oil. Times a lot, actually. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, we then need you to exist. I need to void out this and that and that and bottom. Ew. Right, fine. Be that way. Oh, you need steam. We need steam. Steam, glorious steam. And I need to, you know, make it more productive, but whatever. It doesn't really matter on these steps, but would be nice. Would be nice. Would be nice if it was all fully productive. I think I need 3 lines. The complete 3-line Oh, okay. Well, guess you're not really needed there. How about the twos? If I put the twos over here, I probably don't need the entire two line from up here. Yup. Yoppers. Yoppers. And then the one line also repositioned there, oddly enough. Booger, 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 booger. Okay, those are the full 470s. Give me the full 5 shite. Okay, put you there. That's the full 5 line. I think it also needs the full 4 line. Does not need 4, 2. Okay, so 4, 3. And these 4s. Apparently not that. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4. Huh? Oh, yeah. Move that over. Oh, that 4, 3 is too close. Okay, well. 4, 3, 5. 2 and 1. Where's 2 and 1? We'll go there. Apparently not 2. Are you at 470? Yes, you are. Good. That goes down and over. The next item. We need another 5 line. Oh, woe is me for not being 100% efficient with all these placements. Alright, what are you missing? 3s. 3, 1 through 3. You're not missing 2s at all, or 1s. So you must be missing 4, a 4 something. So you have probably the 4, 2. There you go. Ta-da! Gasso! Let there be Gasso. And delete that, please, because we need the naphtha. Bring on the Gasso. That takes the top one, not the medium one. Why did I think I needed the medium one? Why did I think I needed the medium one? Because the recipe icon is the medium one. I see. That explains a lot. Okay, that's the naphtha. Woohoo! Somewhere, I think I can copy paste the ash flue gas. I don't remember where I have that flue gas product from gas refinery. There you are. Why, hello there. Copy you. And I'm gonna put this out of the way of stuff, probably all the way down here. I do not actually need the ash. I need the flue gas. So as long as I have an existent amount of ash to start this process, everything is wonderful. So where does ash live in the inventory? Do I even have? Whoa. Ash. Highlights the washers when searching for ash. There we go. There's ash. Hello. Infiniflu. Infiniflu. Oh, you don't have power. We shall be fully effective, thanks. Valve. Overflow. And that is how we flue gas around here. Cool. Phytoplankton farms also need to be affected by the productivity full beacons. So let us do that. Although they do not. They do not, because this is actually going to be making a few extra units. What? Oh. Apparently I don't have phytoplankton farms. Am I making the Mark IIs by any chance? I am, and I have them. So if I don't have Mark IIs and I have to go get more, or if I don't have the Mark Is on me and I have to go get more, then I may as well Mark II. And only need one of them. Now, if I get rid of this, it's still the same. It's like 52 rather than less than that. I do need 4 of them, though, rather than 1 of them. And that's fine by me. Hello and welcome on YouTube. And other people on Twitch, thank you so much as well for being here. Being around, coming to the stream, hanging out. I think that the chats today are opposite of what they have generally been on the stream since I started streaming again with simulcast streaming to Twitch and YouTube. Usually, it's generally been more chats on the YouTube side than on the Twitch side, but today, oddly enough, we got more chats on the Twitch side than the YouTube side. Interesting. Interesting how that's worked out, and it's taken a little bit of time. It's taken a little while to get more on the Twitch side. Yeah, you can ask questions, generally speaking. What question do you have? As I search for my acetylene. My acetylene. So that is the question that we shall answer. What railroad blueprints am I using? I guess that's what you mean. What railroad blueprints am I using? I use the Foundation Rail series blueprints. A link to those blueprint books links are in my Discord on the Factorio string sharing channel. I have links to where you can find those, but those are the Foundation Rail series that I've been using. Yeah. I've looked at some other intersection types. I just think that this is probably the most convenient to use of what's out there at the moment. Of course, once 2.0 hits, that may change because intersections can actually be made more compact, just baseline, thanks to changes in like how quickly you can do turns now, or like S-bends. Since S-bends are changing for rails, I think just generally rail blueprints will change, and the DLC content being able to have ramps to a second level, that will also change rail intersections dramatically, because then you're going to start seeing things designed more like highways and highway intersections just in rails. Still, you're only limited to 2 heights and not like infinite heights. So there's that to consider as well. There might be mods made that let you have more tiers than just 1 tier. That might be a thing at some point. But yeah, that reminds me. It's Sunday, which means we had a Factorio Friday Facts that went through again. I don't really have that much to say about this most recent one, to be honest. I don't think that there was really anything new here. Yes, they finally introduced new buildings. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. They're introducing a dedicated foundry building, as well as officially in the vanilla game having molten metals and being able to cast things directly from molten metals. This has been a feature of mods, and it's a big thing in PySuite, so now we're getting that added into the vanilla game in the expansion content. That is good. That is nice. That is something that honestly should be default expected from the DLC content at this point. It's nice that they've finally begun talking about this. I hope this isn't the only thing. But yeah, we're getting a foundry, and we're getting a big mining drill. A big mining drill vanilla entity. So yeah, that's about all that was in this Friday Facts. Those 2 things. Oh, no, and apparently you make a science pack in the foundry. The science pack that's for the planet. It's metallurgic science, and it's made in the foundry. Okay, sure. Makes sense. The volcano world is all about, you know, all the metals, dealing with metals, foundry stuff, related stuff. Would like to see a bit more with tungsten. They might have a separate Friday Facts at some point about tungsten. So yeah, looking for that. Happy to see that they have an alternative recipe for the low density structure. Yeah, it's a Forge world. But pretty much. It's nice to see that they got something better for low density structures through this. I'll need to look. We'll need to see what the numbers end up being on the gears and the copper wires, but that may be better. It may be better to do the molten stuff for that process. It's also interesting that the way that they have this here for the low density structure is that you're forging low density structure, but you're using direct copper plates and steel and plastic for it, and you're not actually throwing in any molten items into the forge or into this building, and that's just what's making low density structures now, I guess. Maybe they didn't even add. Secondary recipes. Did they mention that was a secondary recipe? Foundry can also craft the normal recipe of low density structures, but the forge has 50% productivity bonus. That's the difference. So it's the vanilla recipe for the low density structure, but it's plus 50% base productivity plus 4 module slots worth of productivity, potentially. So that's the buff that we will get with the low density structures, is that it will get a built-in 50% productivity bonus. Huh. For the vanilla game. And for any like mods that use this foundry. It would not surprise me if Pyanodon disables this building. Frankly. Just as a thought, it would not surprise me if that ends up one of the buildings Pi disables, like he disables like the vanilla distillery as well. Because all of its functions are superseded by Pi buildings and recipes. Alright, where was I building this again? Here. And while I'm still in range, please pick up the Dilmo. Thanks. I'm also interested in more about the calcite stuff. They talked a little bit about the calcite. They said it's going to be like a purifying agent of some description. Letting you, I guess, clean sulfuric acid into water. So apparently you'll be able, there will be a way of converting sulfuric acid to water. Okay. I would imagine that this would involve outputting solid sulfur and having to dump that into lava. That's my imagination at play here. I would think that the way that would work is you're gonna throw the calcite in with sulfuric acid into a building and get out water and sulfur. I don't know what happens to the calcium in that chemistry, but something. No idea where the calcium goes, but all right, well, we'll get water. Maybe it won't be a sulfur output. Maybe they'll have like actual like calcium sulfide as a thing. Maybe calcium sulfide will exist, and that's what you'll get out from sulfuric acid plus calcite. Just water and calcium sulfide. No idea what you can do with the calcium sulfide. Probably just dump it into the lava, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. We shall find out eventually. If I just have one of these, that is not quite enough when under these productivity effects. So I would need the rest of the 4s. Unfortunately. Are you affected by a 4-5? Let's get a 4-5. And the 4-3. There we go. That's enough. Water. Blue gas. But now this is making me think, okay, so they're going to add this foundry into the game for the volcanic world. What are they going to do with the ice world? Because we know that there's an ice world that will exist. They wanted one that's hot, they wanted one that's cold. What are we going to do with ice? What buildings will that entail? What will there be? What will there be something new on an ice world? And then they said that there's going to be 4 worlds. So then what are the themings of the other 2? Because, you know, Novice is like general Earth-like planet, so it's like, okay, well, is the last planet just gonna be like Novice? Is it gonna be like a Gaia type thing, like abundance of something or other? Like, what's that theming gonna be? And then what's the 4th one, the other one gonna be? Is it just barren moon? Is it like moon, barren wasteland? Or is it more like desert? We've sort of got hot volcano. And if we've got like frozen-ish, then I don't know. Where do we go from there? Water world? Is there just gonna be a water world? Will that be the last one? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that I need 100 freaking stupid sap extractors placed. Two more. 25. That's 100, I think. Yeah, that's 100. I don't know how they're going to be able to develop all of it in a year. If there's still like, if the volcanic world is the world that they've most progressed with, I don't see how they meet the like year for the DLC at this point. The progress is simply too slow, I think, for that. If they're going to actually make these planets unique, I don't see it. If they've only just gotten to the point with one of them that they're close to done, or one after all the time that they've worked on the thing, like you okay out there? I don't know. I don't know at this point. Da-da! Sap. There's all the sap. Pretty glorious, wonderful sap. This is like a complete and utter mess of things, but you know what? It's my mess of things, and I'm fine with it. It's my mess. Why didn't I do that? Nearly 20,000 units of stone in my inventory. Oh yeah, by the way, you can rotate the reproductive complex 1 now. That was a thing that was apparently a bug that is now fixed. And you've been able to do that with the Mark IIs through 4s the whole time. So yeah, that's a thing. Our most recent patch. Alright, this guy go up. Bees. This guy go this way, maybe? Huh? Thought. Huh? Oh. Where am I going? Probably not up, actually. We're gonna keep going over. Because this is saline. This is saline. Alright. Bring on the filtration media. Dimlo eggs are so simple. I like Dilmo just for that. Just because the eggs are actually okay. Like, they're actually fine to produce the eggs, and you don't need the adults, so you don't need to go through the effort of making infinite adults, just at only as many as you need to make the eggs, and you're good. It's convenient for these propolis. I say that, and it will change eventually, but, you know, I've been saying this a while now, so I think it's intentional. It's fine. It's fine just the way it is. Something actually good, for once. For once, something good to say. Yeah, Dilmo are great. Dilmo are just great. They're fine. I say that now, but when I need, like, upgraded Dilmo, an actual adult Dilmo later, that I may change my mind. Okay, with all of that created, I'm actually gonna combine this with sap. Now I can think about how the hell I'm gonna put 34 apiaries. Like, what arrangement I'm gonna use for 34 apiaries. And I need the thingies. And I need the thingies. I wanted to test. I'm going to test. It will be very difficult to test. Perhaps. Actually, no, it's not difficult. I just need to have 2 boxes, 1 input, 1 output. Throw in a set number. How are cats today? The cats are fine. At this point, Ollie's gone somewhere up to the top. Yes, we have Ollie up top. He's back there, and then Dolly's under the bed, under my bed, I think. She's made her way under my bed after being a bit playful earlier. You missed the cats being playful. Yeah, you saw ear. He's up there. He's up there. His ear pokes over on occasion. But yeah, they were a bit playful earlier on the stream. Dolly sorta showed up. She didn't come up. I tried to coax her onto the table, and she let's just say while I was trying to fish for a Dolly, I ended up catching an Ollie. As is usual. I go fishing for one, I always catch the other. For whatever reason. It's always the opposite one that I end up getting. Boogers. I need to get this brought down and over. And wax. Where's the wax? Where's that again? Because I need that too. This is so many pipes. Oh my god. Hello, wax. Come on down. Okay. Empty barrels. I know I have them. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40. There should be 40. And if we get productivity gains... We do not get any productivity gains. Alright, now I know, with 100% certainty, that at least with the naphtha here barrels, there's no productivity. The ticks happen, but they give you nothing. You get nothing. Yeah. Ticks happen, and you get jack all for your productivity ticks. Okay. Now I know. Speed is what I would use if I needed speed. But I don't actually need the speed right now. So, yeah. Now let's get that out of there. I don't actually need this box. Get more barrels. Actually, fill the box. Fill the box with the barrels. My goodness, we're lucky just to finish this. Oh boy. That will mean the next stream that we do will be primarily focused on getting bio ore and Pi 3. Excuse me. I need to grab more arcods, apparently. Also, how am I going to divide 34? 2 rows of 17? I think that's going to be it, because 17, I believe, is a prime number. How are things looking here? I will need Renea, so I need to go also and check on the Renea, and I need to grab some adult Arcods. That's actually easy. I just have to go to the Arcod location. I'll limit that to 1. I don't actually want that chest there. And I did not take a building that, or an upgrade that gives me productivity to the apiaries there, so that's one other thing that could be in existence. We could have had productivity on those apiaries. That would have given me a bit of productivity on the Arcod Propolis, but no, I do not have that. All right, let's go to that Renea build first. Where did I do that? I've been a little all over the place. Just a bit everywhere. Excuse me? I'm sorry. What? Oh. But what? Okay. So this is why I should have just not. I should have just trimmed. This is why I should have trimmed. Because apparently they hold way too much. Okay. Okay, breathe. Just make it a sushi belt, and you're fine. And everything is fine. I don't even need to be going here anymore, because everything is fine if it's a sushi belt. Now it will just cycle the Renea seeds over and over again, non-stop. And it'll just do the thing. Go to Arcods instead. Don't go to Renea. Just needs to scroll on down the line. Unfortunately, that means that I will not get excess Renea until I have enough seeds to, you know, move along the entire belt. I also need to prioritize input. Really need 2.0 patch. Really could use some of those quality of life things from 2.0, like, immediately. Like, there are quality of life features. There's a factory there? What was I gonna build there? I don't remember. There are quality of life features that they have introduced as being part of the 2.0 patch that my thought was, if you have that feature and it's done, why have you not just released it? Why are you holding off on this for a year when it is clearly, like, done, worked on? It is exclusively so that they have padded out content to say, look at all the things that we've released with this patch, with this DLC. Even though the patch is irrespective of the DLC, but whatever. Like, really? Come on. There's some genuinely useful stuff that we could use now that I think that they should be able to implement immediately. So I need to put that there. And the feature that is going to come in 2.0 is the ability to just be able to click on this from the map view and bring up the window for it, so I can actually set the input priority, output priority on it. Just remotely. It would let me do it remotely. Just let me bring up the thing by clicking on it remotely. That is a feature that is going to be part of 2.0, even though it should just be added to the game as soon as it's done, which it should be done by now. So I came here for Archods. How many Archods do I need? I need 34. I need 340 in total, so that's 1, 2, 3, 40. Or 350. There we go. We got Archods for our Archodpopolis build, which is here. Whatever the hell that's supposed to be. All right. Off we go. It's going to take a while for there to be enough seeds to fill up that sushi belt. But it will always move. And it has to back up fully on the seeds. Looks like a wasp nest, yeah. Pretty much. That's what they're supposed to be anyway. Alien wasps. That, for whatever reason, do stuff with hydrocarbons. I truly do believe that they need to be completely redesigned from scratch. Just take what you got, throw it out the window, defenestrate the whole thing, the whole mechanic with the Archods, and start again. So, what are we doing after we beat Pi? Has been asked. Yet again. / shall be asked within the next minute or so. Yeah, still looking at just doing Omni Pi next. Depending on how things go with the productivity shenanigans in this playthrough, I might do it again next time. I may always do productivity shenanigans. Because, frankly, the balance is so bad that I'm just going to say screw it. Probably from here on out, anytime I do Pi, in particular, just, you know, F the balance of the game. Just F it completely. I've done it without Bob's modules, and I don't really care anymore. All right, let's get these items going. I'm gonna need to run a belt down that will be Renea at some point. This is the output belt, ultimately. So I need these 2 belts and 3 belts in. Ugh. 3 belts in and a belt out, and it needs to be mirrored. So it looks like we'll at least finish this today, and I can begin the process of getting into the bio ore. But I believe that the bio ore will be something that will take significantly more time than an hour. So just so's we're aware of that detail. cables. It is looking like we'll have Pi 3 in our next stream, though, on Tuesday. That's going to be glorious. Now, as soon as we get the Pi 3, what am I going to do then? Because it's going to take some time to unlock the things that I need for the next circuits, the circuit level. I think that there is stuff that I have unlocked at this tech level that are needed for circuit 3s that I can get into. I just have to look it up at this point. Because I think that there is stuff leading into circuit 3s that I haven't done. I think they're called advanced circuit boards or advanced circuits. Yeah, or high tech. That's what they are. High tech or processing units. These are the equivalent of the blue level of circuits in the base game. Oh, that is a very convenient recipe that we will get access to. Oh, that is such a convenient recipe that we will get access to. As is this one to get the cyanic in the end. Yes. Yes. And yes. Okay, we need to do lithium processing. Wow, okay, so that'll be a thing. We'll do lithium plates. Yes, we need lithium plates for upgraded light p-dope silicon. Woohoo. Great. Fantastic. What else do we have access to that I can set up? Oh, there's helium processing there. So if I get this tech, I guess I should do that tech now. Just so that I have that available. Coated containers as well. So we will need coated containers. Wow, I need to actually take this rubber tech to get into advanced electronics. Interesting. Interesting. I don't need these to progress. So that's what I will work on. I want the Factorio upgrade though. I want it like ASAP. I mean, I don't need deuterium yet, but it's just convenient to have access to it now. Deuterium. Yeah, I have no use for it at the moment, but it will be very, very nice to have. Now, I know that it doesn't do it on the output there, but is it gonna do it on this one? The answer is, unfortunately, a big fat no. They thought about that one. I do believe that they thought about that one. Yeah, that is I'm sorry? What? That's a jip. That's a bit of a jip right there. We done got gypped. I need empty barrels. Filtered right. Actually, I can do that up here. Oh, this only goes here. Right. That is correct. That's where the archive propolis are going to go. We're done with this. Until we get the Renea going fully. So once the Renea are done propagating, and we get enough to go onto the train and get loaded on the train, once that happens, we will have archive propolis. Ta-da! Oh goodness, it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, beacons. They tend to make a bit of a mess of things. I don't know if you're aware of this, but yeah, beacons they make things a bit more messy. At least they can make things more messy. Particularly the diet beacons here, and their full-grown variants. They make things a bit they're just a bit more messy. So I highly doubt I've gotten excess Renea at this point. Yeah, we're still sushi belting these seeds. I can get this. It's Shift R, yeah. I can break that there for now, and that will ideally speed up this process of forming a backup here of the Renea. And it will only supply the seeds to these. Should have done that from the beginning, but whatever. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. We will manage. For now, though, to the mall, because it is now time to probably spend the rest of the stream planning bio ore. How much bio ore are we going to need for Pi 3? We need 0.117. Okay, so bio, not that button, that button. Bio ore, 1. Might want less than that, but we shall see. That is that. I was intending on taking vinyl acetate from the self-assembly monolayer material build, SAM, and putting that on the train network as vinyl acetate, so I won't have to repeat myself on this. Z3 reagent is something that I will need to make, as well as the cressylic acid. Creosote is provided onto the train network. We haven't been using it that often lately, but that is a thing. We will need phosphorus acid, which is not a thing I have provided onto the train network, and I will need to provide onto the train network for this build. This is not the hard part of this build. All right, I have access to the propene from gas bladders, so I shall gas bladder now for propene. I may do that in separate factory. Have I made Factorio? I don't think I've made Factorio. Have I made Factorio? In my... Do I have any adult Factorio? I don't think so. That was not a thing that was on my radar. Okay, we're going to do that. That's how we can spend a couple minutes here at the end. Because Factorio, I am 100% tempted to do that off screen if I have time. It's new. I shouldn't. The thing is, it's identical to the freaking Dingrit and the Scrondrix and the Augs that I have set up. It is literally identical. I just switch recipes out and filter out the gas bladders. Like, it is the same exact build. So it's like, well, it's the same build. What are we learning by showing it? Still, though, we should get Factorio. The initial one that I need. It starts with 1, and then we get infinite. The infinity Factorio. But I would have liked to have a separate build that is actually going to process the bladders, like a bladder processing facility. I'm just going to swap from Scrondrix to Factorio. Oh, wow, you don't even... Wow, that's really easy. Did I really not make any of these? Oh, there goes Twitch being Twitch, indicating that I am offline when I am not. There we go. Did I put them in a box? That's another question. I hope not. There's no Factorio here. That's where they would be. I hope I didn't put them in a box. That would be upsetting. I'll give this a once-over. Huh, I have Zipier. I have Zipier down there, and Tritz, and Ziffo. And Ulrich, and Rauk, and Yotoy, Aloe. And there's no Factorio in that. Autosave is auto-saving. I really think that I just didn't make them. All right, then. Wawa. codex and thingy madoohickey? Did I not do a thingy madoohickey for the nuts? Really? I guess not. Yeah. There be no giraffe DNA sample here. Interesting. Very weird. And then why no? Wow, I just completely missed it. Okay. Yeah, didn't even get the codex online. Let's get that codex online. Get the things going. These are actually useful now. Genuinely actually useful. Alright. Fact not codex. You. Gib. And then triple check just to make sure because there's other spots with the warehouses. Because I could have sworn that I had made these. So let me check my boxes. Speaking of boxes, I need to box some stuff. All the yellow belts stuff I don't actually want. Those. Ugh, you see how the game struggles just to shove things into the box. Okay, that one's full. Keep a unit of salt just in case. Yeah, it really has been a while since I redid this. Huh. That's full. It's full. I think I just need to go to wood, or better yet, the water barrels. Oh yeah, that's gonna fill that whole thing up. Oh, didn't even. Okay, cool. Wood. Stone. Yes, stone and oleochams and the naphtha and the wood. Oh god, that's all the wood. Okay, fine. Sure thing. That's fine by me. Take it all. Take it all. Take all the soil. And the stacked soil, and the stacked logs, and the sand castings, and the sand, and the borax, and the gravel, and that nichrome, and tailings dust, stacked versions of these things. Take all that, that. I really don't think I need that much wood. And that's a full box. Oh boy, yeah, so that all being said, regardless of whether or not there's any that I had already made of the Fagnots somewhere in here, we'll make more, and I will decide whether or not I want to just set up at least the cycling of them, the infinite Fagnots off screen. I would not want to process the gas bladders off screen. We would do that together. So we would process gas bladders together. I might slaughter to get the gas bladders off screen, but we'll see. All depends on what I am in the mood to do. Lately, I've just been my brain has been on other things lately, and my focus has been elsewhere. yeah, not seeing things in here. With that, we have reached the end of the stream. Over the course of today's stream, we did get into neodymium magnets. We set up Renea, and we set up Arcod Propolis as our primary missions. Now, I was in the process of, you know, breaking this down. We've sort of seen already the enriched ash part here. There's also the TBP, which I think might actually just be the benzene one. Yeah. Will be this. It needs pyridine. It needs acetaldehyde, or acetaldehyde, not acetyl, acetaldehyde. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. It will need acrolein from propene. It will need N-butanol. What? Carbon dioxide. And I think that's the build, ultimately. Actually. I'm pretty sure that that's the build. That. Yeah, I need to break down the enriched biomass, of course, and that's going to need Grod and Kikalk and Guar available. But yeah, pretty much that's the build there. That's what we will do next time. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been a Dr. Show, but if you've enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Leave likes, leave comments, subscribe. If you've not yet subscribed, hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button. Supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushow, but supporting on Twitch at Twitch. On my Twitch, my Otaku Show at Twitch. Consider subscribing so you don't have to see the ads that are currently in progress, apparently, for the next, like, half minute. Let's at least keep the stream on until those ads finish on Twitch. But hey, if you subscribe on Twitch, you can not see the ads anymore. Or, you know, join the Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo's a thing. You join that, you don't get ads across the entire site ever again. Sort of like YouTube Premium. If you go to YouTube Premium, you don't have to watch ads on YouTube at all ever again. And you know, I get cash from you watching if you have Premium, and if you have Turbo, I get cash for that. And it's actually very competitive to the actual ad revenue. It's really good. It's better even. On a per person basis, absolutely better. But yeah, like the on YouTube, the Premium matches the ads. The income from Premium matches ads from the far fewer people that have Premium. Just for reference. So if you have Turbo, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Just for watching if you have Turbo. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. We have reached the end. I will be back with more on Tuesday. I hope to see you all then.